Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday afternoon here inside the studio. It seemed like a foregone conclusion for a long time now that Fernando Mendoza is just automatically 1-1 guaranteed. The number one quarterback has to be selected number one overall. I don't know if since the process started, basically, since this college football season ended, everybody's like anointed, boom, bam, number one. I don't feel as if, though, anyone's gone about trying to poke holes in his game or really even evaluate him. Everyone's just like, wow, this guy's great. And I agree, he's really, really good. I do think, though, there are some serious fears about projection of what this athlete is going to be on the Sunday League. We are going through our full top 50 big board over here inside the studio, doing a lot of research and a lot of film watching. That's what research is around here for us. Into these prospects, I'm going to come out with my top 50 big board prior to the first round of the NFL draft. And with that, you'll see film studies come out of this, right? If I'm going to do the work, I'm going to show the work around here. Today, we're going to do that. I thought, Jonathan, before I would get into this, I would just read you what I'm about to show you. In other words, I'm going to read you his eval that I have come up with and surmised after watching what we're going to watch together. My biggest fear, okay? 25% RPO dependent offense is an understatement. I studied 3 full games. I've now studied 6. I studied 3 full games up until this point. The first game of the Oregon matchup, the first Ohio State matchup in the Big Ten championship game, and Miami, the national championship. Okay, in those 3 games, I counted 4.5 multiple progressions, meaning full pure progressions. We go from 1 to 2, didn't even see us get to a 3. In 3 games, I did not see us get to a third read in a pure progression, okay? Because most of these are what we call yes-nos or TTOs, like, hey, it's either there pre-snap and we're going to rip it, or it is not. We're reading that player's leverage, yada, yada, yada. The rest was rollouts. You're going to see a lot of this. We're going to read these things top down. But from a, hey, I got a smash concept over here, we're either going to yes-no it and work our way back to the back. There's none of that from a pure progression standpoint. That does scare me, okay? He is not in a full translatable offense. There's no doubt about that, and you'll see that today. I charted 81 attempts, Jonathan, 4.5 multiple progressions, okay? 81 attempts, 41 or 4.5. I give a half credit for one of them because by the time we got to our second read, we were already completely falling over and just barely getting it out, okay? So not really comfortable in it and haven't been asked to do a ton of it, and we're going to get asked to do about 12 to 15 of those snaps and dropbacks every single Sunday when we get to the next level. Also, Jonathan, in 3 games in which I watched him, we're going to show you 2 of those today. He got to his second read 4.5 times, but he was flushed from clean pockets 5 times. That's the other thing about this guy. All right, doesn't have the world's best pocket presence. You'll see that in today's film study as well. Those are the negatives. Here's the positives. You ready for the positives? I charted 81 attempts. He missed his spot, meaning where he wanted to throw it. We had bad accuracy and bad ball placement 5 times. So we're as deadly accurate gets. We're mechanically clean. We're really, really good. When we know where we want to put it, by God, we're putting it right there. Deadly accurate. On time, predetermined reads, he's shooting 100%, guaranteed. If you give him the answers pre-snap, if you let him know what you are doing, you are going to die. All right, he is an elite pre-snap identifier and accuracy in terms of ball placement. Ball has immediate life, throws a tight football. Arms big enough. I wouldn't say it's like out of this world huge, but plenty large enough to make all the throws. Most importantly, tough as nails, willing to take shots and deliver strikes, not just as a willing runner. I'm talking about this dude will stand in. All right, he knows he's going to get hit. A couple of these clips today we're going to show you. It's no doubt we're going to take a shot to the chin. We're going to deliver a strike for our teammates anyways. He has some absolute dog in him. You can see it. You can absolutely see it. There's some dog in this football player. And I think he's a lunatic about the details. I think he is. I think if you listen to the people around him, if you watch him, if you pay attention to his eyes and what he is doing, all right, I think he's crazy about the little details in the game of football, and that leads to success at this position. How about an athletic comp for him, Jonathan? It's not a play style comp. It's an athletic comp. You ready? Mm-hmm. Daniel Jones.
Okay.
6'5", a sneaky thick 230. All right? 236, I think, at the combine. All right? And I think he's about a 4.65 athlete if we ever see him run. All right, in terms of a 40. Let's do this. Hey, got a couple of rules around here. If you learned anything about the game of football, you must subscribe today. If you learned anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe today. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up. Let's grind the tape. A little bit of a lengthy introduction, but hey, tis what it is. I think I forgot my remote over there on the desk. I did. Can't be forgetting the catapult remote, Jonathan. Be out here messing around. All right, let's go to the very first game we're going to watch today is the Rose Bowl against Alabama. All right, now, pure progression reads, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Pure progressions. Not half-field reads, not pick and stick reads, not TTOs, all right? Triple threat handoffs. What we're talking here is a pure progression read. Now, 99% of their pure progression reads that I watched in the 6 games that I watched are this right here. We got 4 hitches. Now, we're calling hitches for what reason, Jonathan? Why would we call 4 hitches?
Quick game.
Quick game. Now, why would we call any quick game? We're chasing a completion, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. We're giving you an answer somewhere there is an open threat, right? Somewhere there is an open opportunity. Now, let's go to the top of our drop, which is the other thing you're going to notice today. Hey, we're in the rocker step 90% of our drops, okay? There are no 3 steps. There damn sure no 5 steps, all right? We're not under center taking a 7-step drop. There's none of that. We're playing off the rocker 90% of our plays. All right, we're going to put it in the belly. We're going to rock back onto our back foot and let it rip. There is no drop. Okay, that's the other thing we got to worry about from a translating standpoint. Okay, my first thing here, we obviously have nickel pressure, right, Jonathan, from the field. Okay, it's a great job by Alabama disguising it. There's no stack in their alignment, right? That safety's not over him. Both these guys got their eyes on me. Hell, he's not even creeping into the box pre-snap. They're doing a great job disguising it, okay? Downset hut, we get into our rocker, okay? We don't like that first hitch, okay, because he is blitzing our face, right? Okay, I'm okay with that. Why don't we like the out route, though? Why don't we like the out route up here, Jonathan?
Good question.
That's a great question. Okay, well, let's work back down here. Okay, he's back on the tight end. Why don't we like the tight end right now?
Maybe that flowing linebacker.
Maybe the defensive lineman that just sim-pressured and dropped on us, but, I mean, that's not a very good answer in my opinion. Why aren't we ripping that tight end right now? Okay, hey, I understand why we're off of number 4 now because he's really, really lingering and sticky up underneath here. But I bring these up because we called this for you to get the ball out of your hands, for you to rip it, for you to get through your reads, 1, 2, 3, yes, no's. All right? And we're scrambling off rip. First play of the football game, going to take an unnecessary hit. We do not call these to scramble. We call this for a completion. Okay? I like your first answer up. That's a great question. This is a great question. Why aren't we ripping that, right? It's the first play of the football game. We're trying to get a completion, big dog. Our eyes are right, okay? Our turn downs are not, all right? Now, one thing I love about this kid, okay? And if I were his football coach the first year, the very first thing we're building the base blocks of our offense off of his ability to roll to his right and throw strikes. This kid is really, really, really deadly accurate on the run like this. He has what we would call elite arm talent, all right? I talked about his arm strength to start, right? He doesn't have the biggest arm in the world, but man, we are really, really accurate, and we can find life and juice from all different angles. You can really see this one from the tight, okay? I love his cut-ups when we are rolling right. We're really, really good throwing on this side, all right? Not a lot of guys some guys struggle with this, okay? That's back against our body. It's back against the flow of the defense, and that's into a winnable spot for Surratt right there. It's a good ball, okay? Now, Jonathan, you tell me, okay, you're my fair grader. I know what I am. I'm a hard ass. I know that. I'm just way too hard. I am the answer key, maybe a little bit more with regards to my grading. But you're my fair grader in here. You tell me, Jonathan, are we a hitch late right here? All right, here's what we got. We got the high post, okay, coming from Baker right here, Charlie Becker, all right? He's going to run that high post. All right, and then we have the sail route coming in from Omar Cooper Jr. right there. Do we see our concept? We see what we got working on right now. Hey, both winning. Right, both winning. I like Charlie Beckert into the back window of that safety, and I really like Omar Cooper running the grass. There is no wrong answer here with regards to the quarterback. Now, If we throw off a hitch, we're normally throwing off the second hitch, right, Jonathan? You've never heard a quarterback coach ever say in the progression, we're going to throw that off the third hitch, do we? It's always first hitch, second hitch, or no hitch, right? We're going to get to the top of the drop, throw it no hitch. We're going to get at the top of the drop, throw it one hitch. Hey, second hitch, if you need it, is a lot of what quarterback coaches talk about. So, Jonathan, let's count the hitches, all right? Down said Hut, give me a snap, please, Mr. Mendoza. Down said Hut, ball into the belly. 1, 2, 3. That's the first hitch. Amen? Mm-hmm. That's the second hitch. Amen? Mm-hmm. That's the third hitch. Amen?
Yep.
Is the ball a little late?
I'd say so.
Is he able to run after the catch with that football, or is he Tony two-tapping and running out of bounds?
Tony two-tapping.
All right, what do we want him to do after the catch?
We want the yak.
You damn right we want the yak. Okay, so we are a hair late here again on a top-down progression. This is read top-down. Okay, we want to read this 1 to 2 to wherever our check release is 3. I don't even think we get a check release, which means the backside 3 is the dig, okay? All right?
I'd especially say he's like, because you can see the wide receiver slow down.
Yeah. Okay. Can't be late. Not in the NFL. That ball's undercut and going back the other way. Watch it from the tight. Yeah. And when you see him throw the ball this violently, I know we're late. You know what I mean? We're trying to catch up with the ball. All right? My God, we threw that thing on a rope, though, 35 yards, didn't we?
Sure did.
Telling you, it's plenty big. We got enough. All right, other thing about him is like, I didn't realize, I mean, I'm very notoriously clipped for saying this guy's going to be 6'4", 350, or 215 at the combine, didn't I? Mm-hmm. And then he show up 6'5", even, 236. What the kids call that, a sleeper build? Is that what they call that? My boy got a sleeper build out here. You can see it on tape, though, in how he rips out of pressure like that right there, okay? When you're a big man, all right, I don't need you to get on the scale to see it. I can see it sometimes on the tape like this right here. We're a big, physical, sneaky athlete, all right? He reminds me a lot of Daniel Jones from an athletic standpoint of, wait a minute, y'all let who do what? Remember that run Daniel Jones had randomly on a Monday night where he took off like 80 yards? Okay, so I don't know if this guy will ever have an 80-yard run in his career, but from a standpoint of, damn, he's 6'5", 236, and he moves like that? Yes, very sneaky athletic. This is not one of those cases where I feel like we flushed a bad pocket or a clean pocket. Like, we got to get out of that. All right, he's going to sack us. Now, y'all want to know what Indiana football looks like? This is what it looks like. Okay, this is why they're as good as they are. 2 clips, back to back. Okay, there's no break in between these 2 plays. All right, first thing I want you to notice, Jonathan, all right, he's just outside the hash, right? Mm-hmm. Would you say he's outside of his alignment? Because I would. Mm-hmm. I would say he is outside of line, all right? We got a smash concept working out here, I believe. I think we got a hitch and a corner. Oh, no, we got a switch release. We're trying to run the sail. All right, we're trying to run a sail out here, but he's got good outside leverage against that sail, doesn't he? Yep. So he's going to drive down on that football, and he's going to break that up. Now, this is not late. This is on one hitch back here at quarterback. This is thrown like it's supposed to be in the spot it's supposed to be. Boom, there's one hitch. Ball is out. It's in the right spot, okay? We didn't throw it flat. We didn't throw it lollipopped. We threw it firm into the spot our wide receiver should make a play. But the DB makes a great play, and it's all based off leverage. Even look how he took the route, right? Taking that route with good outside leverage, taking his pedal with good outside leverage. By God, he's squatting on that out route, right? He's squatting on that sail. Okay, the very next play. What do you think they do to him, Jonathan?
Out and up.
No. They don't even wait. They don't even waste time on the out. We just gonna run right to your leverage. Okay, you want to stay with that outside leverage. Now we went into trips though, but you're still into man coverage. Good God, is your outside alignment bad right now, right? You're way out there. So what are we going to do? We're going to tell Omar Cooper, hey, go run across the safety's face. Take him completely out of the picture. You go push his feet and break out. You go press his leverage and just break off inside. Quarterback, give us a good high ball away from the coverage. Boom, touchdown, right? That's adjustments within the game, right? That is the coordinator sitting up on the box going, damn, he just undercut the shit out of that out route. Oh, post, skinny, right now, okay? Don't wait for it. Don't come back to it later, right now, okay? Great pickup back. Great pickup back. Great ball. It's a great rip right here, too. Can't remember what we do. 1, 2, 3, one hitch, rip. Ooh! I'm telling you, hey, this is a big-time throw, though, right? We know they're in zone coverage, okay? We know we have a switch release running right here. Number 2 wide receiver, when I say switch, I mean they're going to switch their alignments. He's number 2. He's about to become number 3, okay? He's number 3. He's about to become number 2. We have a switch release right there into a zone window. If we throw it good, on time, and firm, we got a completion right here to our tight end, and we do, all right, except that safety knocks that thing out, putting helmet on ball, all right? But that's an NFL throw right here. Always love when we lose the cameraman, Jonathan. That means we got super life in that football, right?
Yeah.
It's a good jump out the fingers. Catch the ball, 37. I know, that's a tough one, though. All right, Jonathan, you've been in football school for about 5 years now, okay? Football school is heavy in your education. We got motion traveling right now. What coverage do we have from the defense based off how they responded to our cover or our motion?
Cover 3.
Yeah, or some type of zone coverage, right? Some type of zone coverage was the answer I'm looking for. We don't know exactly what they're going to play until they play it because they're in a sim pressure. But the reason we give this motion is to differentiate between man and zone, right? That's the whole reason. Now, okay, when we play or when we blitz everybody, what do we normally have to play behind it? Man coverage, right? If we send in gauge 8, unless we're going to go 3 bubbles in the back, nobody plays that. They go cover 0, right? Everybody goes 1 or 0, right? Send 6 or send 7. So if I get zone coverage right here, Jonathan, or at least an indication of zone coverage, what do you think that means a lot of these guys might be doing?
Dropping out.
Dropping out, right? We're collecting information. That's why we're here, okay? That's why we're doing this motion pre-snap. Not just to get him a better release. We're getting him this so we can get some answers. So if I know I've got zone coverage, I've probably got some type of simulated pressure, I should be looking for first completion first, right? Because we're running hitches again. I'm already telling you right now, we got hitched up everywhere. All right, we're running hitches again. So we should be looking for first completion first. He is. His eyes right now are on the tight end. Why are we not throwing that ball?
Don't know.
We pull it down, okay? I don't know why we don't pull that ball. We're pulling that ball because Justin Jefferson's slipping the number 3 receiver and expanding, as we would say. But as we would also say in the quarterback room, you got to beat him with the ball because he's going to expand on Sundays too, or else we're just sitting there holding the rock. All right, we can't be holding the rock. So this is my thing. We don't ask him to do a lot of this as a player. We're going to break down like 4 of these plays in 2 full games of him actually having to read players and read progressions and see what we got going on. And we don't do it all that effectively a lot of the time, okay? Now, what I do know, Jonathan, super smart player, right? Super smart person, okay? So this could just be a matter of reps, just 10,000 hour theory, right? We just got to give him a lot more of these reps and he'll get better at it, okay? I don't like seeing that, especially like when we see us pull this trigger. Jonathan, we're already into lat pullback or lat layback. I don't know if you can see that, right?
Yeah.
That's indication we're ready to throw this football. Look what he's still got to clear. He's still got to run through number 3, right? He's still got to get back up underneath this receiver and go make a play on that ball. Guys, he's not going to do it. He just now looked around. That ball should be by his face right now, okay? Again, we call 4 hitches because we want a completion. We don't want you scrambling around, all right?
I'd even say he knew he should have thrown it because he double pump faked.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this is real nuanced criticisms right here from me. But, hey, we're talking about the number 1 overall pick right here. Okay, we're talking about a guy who is anointed the number 1 overall pick. You tell me if you see what I think we did terribly wrong right here as we take this drop.
Crossing our feet.
We're floating. We're floating. Why are we floating off the midline over to our right? What are we doing there? Okay, and then when we come back to our left, guys, let me take it back to the Y. Let's see, so you can actually see the concepts we got working. We got a yes or no. I'm pretty sure back shoulder right here with Surratt. I think that's what we got. We're staring at first. Excuse me. A vertical from Surratt and the out route from the tight end, both of which we say no to, right? I understand why we're turning off of this on the short side of the field. Now, look at the concepts to the back, Jonathan. I'm pretty sure we have Diggs working back in. Yes. We have 2 inward breaking routes. In other words, we're going to work to our left, okay? If we don't like what's to our left, we're going to work back to our right and be really, really ready to throw those inward breaking routes, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Okay? Well, you tell me. Now, I know we get to the back over here because they're rushing 3, dropping 8. It's process that I'm talking about, not result right now. You tell me, Jonathan, when we say no to this left side of the progression, all right, we say no. We agree. We're supposed to say no. Are we ready to throw those inward breaking routes right now?
Kind of.
Kind of is a no.
Yeah.
Kind of is a no. You know how I know? Look at our body lean, okay? Look how much on our toes we are, okay? We are leaning out in front, aren't we? We're like this, okay? And I'm going to ask you to go from this position to now throwing a 12 back to 15-yard dig back into your face. The answer is no, you won't be able to do it. What you'll be able to do is just spit that ball out to that back just like that, because we can do that. We got enough arm talent for that. We don't have enough arm talent for that dig if we had to throw it, okay? So again, like this is what I worry about. We should be saying no, 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 boom, good solid base, yes, 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 ready to rip. Not no, 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 by the time I get back over here, I'm doing this. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, this is a life lesson for all you guys. Get your ass down. Get down, son. Hey, great job getting outside. Awesome. We have the sticks, right, Jonathan?
Yep.
Get down. Get down right now, okay? Because in the league, that's going to hurt. They don't care. They don't kick you out no more when we get to the next level. They just send you a $30,000 fine. Don't care. You just got licked on the sideline for $30K. Worth it, some of these guys might say to you, okay? The other thing, what's this DB do that's a great job right here by this DB? He peanut punches that thing, right? Mm-hmm. That's another exposure. We don't need that, all right? We don't need that. Get down. Have some wits about yourself. Same thing here, okay? They're rushing 3, dropping 8. All right, rushing 3, dropping 8. By the way, if you're playing Alabama this year, you're going to get a lot of this. You know why? Because they can cover. Yep. They can cover this year, and they're big and they're long, okay? So they got a lot of bodies back here clouding up a bunch of windows, all right? Now, I don't know why we pushed off of that fast, because that is there. Look at Charlie Beckert, Jonathan. He's clearing the expand defender. That guy's obviously driving to the flat, is he not? Mm-hmm. All right, he's obviously driving to the flat. Now we're going to hook up, eyes on. That ball should be out right now. Again, 4 hitches, okay? It's it. If they're not RPO back shoulder faking guys, they're 4 hitching. That's what they do, okay? So I don't love the fact that we're not getting this ball out. I think we should probably get the ball out somewhere, okay? Now, I think we pushed off the top side of the field way too fast is the problem, okay? By the time he's open and ready for the football, we're already back down here, okay? Nonetheless, all right, here's what I really wanted to talk about. What's our muscle memory do to us when we get back to the right? They're rushing 3, dropping 8. We know we have plenty of time, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Okay. We work left, or we work right. We're immediately off of it. We work back left. Okay, now watch what happens to when I say our muscle memory, watch what our body immediately does when we come back scanning to our right. Okay? Boom, to our right. Oh. Right? That, to me, is muscle memory. Is that pocket needing to be flushed right now?
No.
No, it is not. Okay, now, before you get too critical on it, here's what I will say. A lot of coordinators believe that we have to move against rush 3, drop 8. We got to move the spot so we can get into some type of scramble drill. Coaches will tell you, hey, they're rushing 3, dropping 8, go make a play, is what they will say, right? So maybe that's what he's doing. And he does. He takes off and he makes a play. So good job, okay? But I don't love that our muscle memory immediately was like, oh, boom, get out of here. No. Nothing around us tells us that we need to run right now, right? Whoop, sit. Okay. The notes say he's Kyle Korver with his feet set in rhythm, though. Okay. I mean, he a corner shooter, dog. He a corner 3 shooter. He does not miss these suckers. All right. You give him a catch and release, buddy, it's buckets. Did he miss a spot until the national title? He hit a bad ball inside in the national title. Other than that, man, when his feet are set, okay, when he has his predetermined free access throw, buddy, we are dialed, all right? We ain't going to miss one of those. And again, I do really, really love him rolling right. I love him rolling to his right. I think he's really, really good this way. I mean, come on, dude. Mm-hmm. We threw the high corner, rolling right on the run. I can't tell you how many young quarterbacks, all right, because they don't have the big enough arm, they'll settle right now, right? They'll come to balance. They know they're throwing the high post, all right, the high corner rather, all right, and they'll settle, bring their feet to balance, and rip that thing. Nope, we're going to rip it on the run because we got a big boy arm, all right? That's what I told you to start. Hey, big enough. Okay? We don't need much bigger. Okay? Anything else would be just a little bit too much on top. Line right through our body through the ball, right?
Yep.
On the run. Great ball. Jonathan, we didn't get to a single second read in the progression.
Nope.
Because we didn't complete any of those hitches, did we?
Nope.
Let's go watch the Natty. All right, here we go. You ready? Mm-hmm. Let's talk some ball. Natty game. All right, Natty game. Now, Miami didn't lie to you a bunch, right? They kind of lined up and played football. If they showed it, they was bringing it. You know what I mean? So let me tell you something, Jonathan. If I'm looking over here at this linebacker, all right, see him walk over there, and then I see him walk down, and I see that corresponding safety rotate over the top, what do you think I should expect from that linebacker?
He's blitzing.
He's blitzing, especially if we watch it from the tight, okay? Now, we give you all this freedom at the line of scrimmage to fake clap and do all that nonsense to collect information. There goes the fake clap 1. There goes the fake clap 2. You're staring at him. His body language says, right now I'm coming, all right? So what I can't be surprised by is the fact that he hits me before I lackadaisically get through my progression, one hitch, get the ball loose. No, sir. He is a free hitter. We have nobody for him, okay? Now, why do we have nobody for him? I would assume we counted the other linebacker. All right, meaning we, the offensive line, we're in 5-man pass pro. Okay, see 78 leaning to his right guard. All right, he's saying, hey, we're out to 31, or that's 10 right there. All right, we're out to 10. Okay, watch the center to the right guard work to their right. That tells you they're in a 3-man scan over to this linebacker. We have ID'd him as an offensive line, which means if he comes, whose responsibility is he, Jonathan?
Quarterback.
He's the quarterback's. That's right. We don't know. I put this up because it looks to me like we don't know that we're accounting for him. Does he look sped up at all?
No.
No. Now, this dude's tough as shit. This dude is tough. They made it a point that they were going to hit his ass on all these RPOs. If you dared take a step towards the line of scrimmage, I'm going to hit you, and I'm going to hit you in your chin. All right, and I'm going to have your coach over there going, woo, 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 woo. And no, you're an RPO football team. You're a threat, meaning you're running, meaning I can hit you. All right, now this is partly your fault because you are diligent about carrying out your fakes, which I'm here for. I am a big proponent of carrying out your fakes. All that being said, we have to understand that when we do this, this is called a mesh point. We're a threat, right? We're a threat to the defense. We can pull the football. That dude is going to hit you. If you take a single solitary step towards him and not immediately do that, he's going to hit you. And by the way, he has the right to do so. He should do that, all right? Because we don't want you out here willy-nilly and think you can just carry out your fakes. No. If you're going to carry out your fakes, I'm going to hit you in your mouth. Now, this is targeting, okay, because he definitely hits him with the crown of his helmet under his chin, all right? But point proven. If you're going to carry out your fakes in college football from now on, you should be hit, okay, if we're in an RPO offense. All right. And I felt like, to me, Jonathan, Miami was the first football team to do that. Mm-hmm. Miami was the first football team that said, okay, buddy, you think you're just going to walk out here and not get hit? Wrong. I'm going to smack you in the mouth. Now, he got his butt lit up against Ohio State, first play of the game, Big Ten championship game. That's one of the more impressive plays of his career, in my opinion, because he knows. He knows he's going to get hit. He looks at him square in the face and then finds the shallow crosser and throws it anyways and just gets obliterated. He's a dude, okay? He's a guy's guy at the quarterback position. All right, this has nothing to do with him. All right, this has everything to do with this DB from Miami. I was in one of these meeting rooms earlier. I'm going around my football pilgrimage. Mm-hmm. And I heard a coach say, undercut it late, never early. Undercut it late, never early. And what he was talking about is if we undercut it early, okay, we have no ability to make this tackle after the fact. Okay, but if we undercut it late, we'll at least fall in and make the tackle. All right? Now, this isn't 4 hitches, but it might as well be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got a converted 2-way right here. You're either getting on top or we're throwing the back shoulder. We hitching up, we hitching up, we hitching up. Okay? All right, Jonathan, let's talk some ball here. Let's talk some ball here. Why are you saying no to that? Let's go back to the pre-snap read. All right, here's the concept. We have a comeback working over here, driving into it, working back down towards the sideline. I can't remember what Omar Cooper runs. I think he's running more towards the middle of the field. But this side of the field is read off of this comeback. He is primary read in the progression, right? Mm-hmm. Pre-snap, what does it look like they're playing to you? Some zone. Middle of the field is closed. It's probably cover 3, right? Mm-hmm. 1, he's got deep thirds. He's got deep thirds up at the top. It's probably cover 3. Mm-hmm. The comeback's wide ass open in cover 3, isn't it?
Yep.
So why are we clicking off of this over here? And we're way early doing so. To work the other comeback, by the way, which is even more cloudy because they have pass strength over there. All right? They've got the nickel over there. Do you see that, Jonathan?
Yeah.
They've got the line, or rather the safeties rolled back down over there. All right? So they've got good numbers into the boundary right now. I don't understand our process right here. I don't understand what information we're collecting pre-snap that makes us think we should shut off on this. Okay? Now, the only thing that I can think of, okay, is that he's worried about this nickel defender, who is Keontae Scott, by the way, sagging off and picking this ball out on a comeback. But there's nothing in our initial drop that tells us he's going to do that. Now, we get the ball completed, and Brooks and you're sitting here going, hey, we're bitching about a completion. Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. Did we bring our feet with us, Jonathan? Or are we winning with our arm?
Our arm.
All right, now I feel like we forced this. Okay, we already established we think they read this play action. Hey, we got the high corner, we got the sail, and then nothing really working into the flat. You probably are the threat as the quarterback into the flat, by the way, with your legs because we're rolling you. All right, so we already established they're probably reading this top down, right? High corner down to sail. The high corner shut off for me, right? The sail just bitched a man and threw him on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so we throw this one into the high post, and in my opinion, we throw it late, okay? Actually, do we hit the deep crosser on this? Yeah, we come all the way back to number 3 and try to hit that crosser into an even cloudier window. Which would beg the question of, Jonathan, if we're reading this, here's the concept. High corner, sail, deep over. 1, 2 to 3. Okay? If that's our full progression, which I believe it to be, why are we turning, if we turn down the high post, why aren't we throwing the sail? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no idea.
Let's watch his eyes. We'll see his progression. That's high post all day. Mm-hmm. Down to the sail all day. Down to the deep over. Why are we saying no to the sail? All right, my question here, Jonathan, is if I'm being too much of a butthole at this point, which I think I am to be. Now, this is Ruben Bain free rushing us for some unforeknown reason. I don't know why on earth we decided, hey, let's not block 4. All right, but we don't block 4. Now, we don't block 4 because we're trying to get that arrow into the flat, right? Mm-hmm. All right, but we can't throw that arrow to that flat because Ruben Bain is going to eat our lunch right now. So what we do is we get vertical into the pocket. Now, here's where I ask if I'm asking too much, because I've seen Cam Ward and the likes do this. I've seen the Caleb Williamses, the Josh Allens, the Pat Mahomes, the great ones. Hell, I've seen Kyler do this in college. I've seen Baker do this in college. Watch what happens right in front of our vision from the left side of our screen right as we step up into the pocket. Watch this, okay? Now, again, not your fault, big dog. What the hell are we doing not blocking 4? If we do anything, we should probably block 4, all right? But, hey, great job making him miss. But, hey, what's right in front of our face right now, Jonathan?
Crosser.
Yeah, it's right there. But we have no chance of seeing it, do we? Our eyes are down. Now, I know I'm asking too much. I know that's Ruben Bain. I know, hey, guess what's going to happen on Sundays? We're going to have to, you know what I mean? We got to do that sometimes. I think it's there for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Had you just plus moved, you absolutely can.
Right? Give me 1. All right, front side's dead right now, right? Boom, arrow's dead. Well, oh, let's work backside. We got that shallow running right into our over the ball. Boom, rip it. But that's only there if we're ready to play hot, right? We're ready to get to 2. We're ready to get to 2 now. I remember listening to Cousins talk about how we're eliminating information nowadays in our drop.
Yeah.
That's how these guys are having to play. And are we doing any information collecting? I don't know if we are, okay? That's my big fear. I do have a fear here, guys. I don't know if you can tell. But, hey, man, we are a great thrower of the football. Ain't no doubt. This is a missile, son. This ball jumps out of this guy's hand. All right, it really, really does. I don't know if y'all can tell on the All-22 right here, but when you get up close to this thing, that ball is jumping at this kid's hand, okay? There you can see it. You see that immediate life? When it comes out of them fingertips, it leaves that frame really, really quickly, okay? Also, in the 6 games I watched, ain't a wobbler one. It's going to be a tight ball all the time. Why does that matter? We play in a lot of weather in NFL football, okay? Tight balls live through the weather, okay? Bad ones don't. Also love this, man. We got dog mentality, okay? We really do. We have a dog mentality. We have a football player's mentality at the quarterback position. This right here, to do that, to extend ourselves, to put ourselves at a very, very vulnerable position, all for the betterment of our football team, that's playing ball right there, son. That's playing ball. All right, so here's what I love. I love that I know his brain sees it. I know he can talk it. I know he's smart. I know he's a great processor of information. But what I don't know if we can apply it yet. You know what I mean? I haven't shown the ability to apply a full progression. And I got to see that if I'm going to undoubtedly take you one. What do you think?
I mean, I think this is the biggest thing for him is he has the highest floor probably of any of these guys, so the quarterbacks in this class. So I think that's the draw there of like clean prospect, probably ready to go and play now. And that's what you want in a first-round pick. Now, I don't know if he's one of these elevators. I don't know if he's going to make the Raiders all that much better, but I think he's a clean prospect.
Here's the deal. He's in a draft class right now where the only other reasonable option to take is Ty Simpson.
Right.
And there is no way in Sam hell I'm putting Ty Simpson behind that Las Vegas Raiders line. No way. So at least we know he'll play 16, whether or not, or 17. Whether or not he'll get better, I'm sure he will get better. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up on your rock. See you, bye.